brought to you by the Mike Morris Law Firm. 855 Mike wins. Lo and behold, downtown Detroit has Jason Carr in it.
Oh, okay, let me see if I can do this. Oh, where'd the music go?
Oh,
Bring it back. It's a birthday. Somebody that works here turned 24. It's birthday.
I like the growl at the end.
It's Brian's birthday. You have a shot of Brian?
Hold on, he has to get over here. Hey, everybody, say happy birthday to Brian. That's him.
Are you guys like the Millennium Falcon? What's going on there?
Yeah.
Only if you make Chewbacca sounds. Hey, I got a text here. I got something from somebody here. Attachment, one image. What do we got here? What is this? Oh. Is that real? Come on.
I swear to God.
According to the Associated Press, this is dated, this happened, what, 10 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago?
Yeah.
The president, Trump, states without evidence that Puerto Rico's hurricane death count is a plot by Democrats to make him look bad.
No, this isn't.
That's a real AP push alert.
Are we putting out a thing on Click On?
I don't know.
Are Ken and Dave working on that?
Yes.
That's breaking news. A Wisconsin couple left the Green Bay Packers opening game early to welcome a new football fan into the family. Zachary Zoller Jr. Began to make his entrance during Sunday's game against the Bears. Andrea Zoller says things started to get a little dicey around the second quarter when her water broke. She and her husband, Zach, rushed to the hospital at halftime and made it just in time to watch the fourth quarter. Zach Zoller says he can't wait to tease his son about having to leave early.
I feel like it's okay. You know, they won. They'll be fine.
So Brian's getting Brian, where can people reach you on Twitter or the Facebooks or the interwebs or the Snapchats and whatnot?
You want me to plug my social media?
Sure, it's your birthday. It'll be your one chance per
You
year.
gotta do it.
Well, if you search Brian Newlin, that is Brian with an I, Newlin spelled Newlin, you can find me on any of them. So
Not an old Lynn, but a new Lynn.
Well,
That's right.
Here's the thing. All his social media should be at Newland Cinema and like have his face in the little film.
But it's not. It's at.
it's at on Instagram at the Brian Newlin.
Oh, the.
Yeah.
The Brian
Or-
Newlin.
or
Okay. The Brian Newlin. All right. Anyway, he's our Rick Astley. He's our Billy Idol. He's our ever-changing platinum rocker-haired producer here in Click On Detroit. 24 years young. We discovered earlier that Brian, he had a sixth grade teacher that was showing YouTube videos in class. I had a sixth grade teacher that had a chalkboard and an overhead projector.
A chalkboard.
Oh, we didn't even have a VCR on the AV cart. It was a movie projector.
Yeah, they had it rough, Brian.
Officers with the Minnesota Department of Conservation responded to an emergency call of a 150-pound black bear who got his head stuck in a milk jug. No.
What is wrong with it? Animals are dumb.
So they first drilled holes so the animal could breathe. Then they rubbed cooking oil on the bear's head in hopes that the jug would slide off. When that didn't work, they called in the fire department, who eventually used the jaws of life to get a milk jug off his head. How about scissors?
What kind of milk was this? Like this jug was indestructible. This has to have been the best milk of all time. Like it was being used to make pizza in Italy or something. And the bear just got to it first.
Brian, what are you doing to celebrate your 24th birthday?
Nothing too crazy. Today I think I'm gonna go gonna go to the mall and treat myself.
Treat
With
yourself.
some purchases, and then tomorrow having some friends over, and then Saturday I'm gonna spend with the family.
Okay, so are you part of that generation that has come full circle and now, like Gen X, you like them all? You actually like going to physical brick and mortar stores and
Yeah.
like picking up DVDs and CDs or books?
Yeah. Well, you know, if I'm buying clothes, I gotta try it on.
That's right.
I like to have physical DVDs. I have a record collection. So yeah, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. He's still a real person, everybody.
Officers with the Minnesota Department of Conservation responded to an emergency call of a black bear who got his head stuck. And then that goes on to Usain Bolt sprinting through thin air and sipping champagne while floating on his back in zero gravity conditions in the back of an aircraft. What? Please inform me as to what is going on here.
So basically, there is a plane that was being used in order to, what's the word I'm looking for? Act as though they were in zero gravity, which is cool. But then in conjunction with that, there is a conjunction junction. What's your function? There's a champagne company that is making champagne for astronauts, and specifically for when regular people that are very rich get to go into space, they're making champagne for them. Let's be clear, Usain Bolt is one of those rich people, so why not have him run around in zero gravity?
I think the less time that we spend with this video looking like we're used to him powerfully gliding down a racetrack on foot as opposed to looking kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
So let's move on, shall we?
What's going on here?
It's TV's Ken.
And he looks like he's up to something.
Guess what? Big news. I just found out.
Do tell.
28 years today since Law & Order premiered. 28 years. I mean,
Not SVU,
long,
but
right?
just regular Law & Order.
Yeah.
With Sam Waterston.
Yes, the original.
And Ice-T. Ice-T was definitely on the first Law & Order.
28 years. I mean, this show's almost been out. This show's almost been out for 28 years. You're almost there. You only need 26 more years, and we'll match Law & Order.
So,
Law & Order will be on for the rest, like forever.
What you're telling me is Law & Order is 4 years older than Brian.
Yes, happy birthday, Brian.
Thank you.
For a show that's been on for that long, how much? 28?
28 years.
Never seen a full episode.
Of the original Law & Order.
Yes, all the Law & Orders, I've never seen a full episode. The most I've seen of Law & Order is turning it to something else because I just wasn't into it. But I like the music. That's very, very rappable music.
Dun, 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 All right, everybody buckle up. It's going to get wild in here.
Yeah, this was one that I had to add for you for sure.
Well, I sent it to you.
Right.
Hang on just a second.
Oh, he's going rogue. Turn the lights down.
How come that's not? Is the iris automatically adjusting for that?
It's definitely working on it. Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at that. Completely different. It's almost better without the lights.
Hey, I wasn't gonna say anything.
I can hear you all of a sudden, like an echo. Did you put an echo effect on?
Not on purpose.
Yo. It's Ken, though.
Uh-oh, Brian's. Hang on, we got a story coming up here.
Do we want to put an echo on?
I mean, I feel like when it's something this epic, if it can be done, we have to do it.
Look at that. I look 10 years younger. All we had to do was shut the lights off and let the iris do the thing.
Which is
my hair color's correct.
That's never a sentence I've ever heard. Like, just turn the lights off. The camera will do the trick.
It looks great.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying that I look great. I would be clear. I'm saying that lighting-wise, it looks much better now than it ever has. That's wild. All we had to do is shut the lights off. The Sunspot Observatory in New Mexico is temporarily closed due to a security issue of unknown origin. Origin. This is my wife calling. Hang on a second.
Wait.
I'm live on Facebook right now. Yeah, I'm on from like 9:15. We'll be doing this 2 years. I'm on until almost 10 o'clock. All right, I'll call you back.
You are killing me.
That was my wife. I've been doing this almost 2 years. She's like, calls. I'm like, I'm on Facebook right now. Anyway, we know she's not watching.
Oh, my goodness.
An Association of Universities for Research in Astronomy, AURA, spokeswoman said, quote, "We have decided to vacate the facility at this time as a precautionary measure. It was our decision to evacuate the facility." Italy. The sheriff's office was asked to stand by, apparently, by the FBI. If you're not following me, because this is written like in a news kind of... There is an observatory in New Mexico not far from Roswell that has suddenly, without explanation, shut down for reasons undisclosed. Evacuated. There's another observatory up the road, still working, fully functional. Some sort of situation has happened at an observatory in New Mexico by Roswell where the feds have come in, the FBI is there, asked the local law enforcement to stand by, and apparently there is a Black Hawk helicopter flying in and out of there.
But don't forget the fact that even though they know the FBI is there, no one knows the FBI is there because they're not supposed to say that the FBI is there. This whole thing is disheartening.
What? Oh, you can take the effect of
Oh,
that.
yeah, okay, yeah.
What is going on?
Right.
The headline, I mean, this came from a legit source. This is a columnist that writes for Esquire.com like 3 times a week. And the headline on the article was, "I'm not saying it's not aliens."
And that honestly, like when you really, extrapolate the facts, the knowing but not knowing from the heads of so many people in the FBI, but the sheriff's department having to come in and not know what they're doing, this whole thing screams Sculler and Moldy. Wait, Mulder and Scully. Folks,
Moldy
that's called
scallops.
a spoonerism.
Moldy scallops? What? Embiggens? Smoothens? Did you smoothen that out?
I'm smoothing it out. That is what is called a spoonerism, if you ever needed to look that up.
Oh, look at that. The magic number has been achieved.
Let's go. By George, I think we've done it.
We are right there. 123 has been achieved. In Denmark, some parents are opting to send their kids to schools in the middle of the woods for an education focused on the great outdoors. Great movie with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd.
Yes.
The children are outside all day, rain or shine, hot or cold. Forest schools, quite popular in Denmark. 1 in 10 Danish preschools are now held outdoors. Kids learn to be resourceful and cooperative and independent and all that stuff.
I think this is utterly genius because I'm personally not ready for the zombie apocalypse. So like the fact that these little kids are already, like anything goes awry, they can build a house. I feel like I'm losing the 6-year-olds.
Dun, 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 dun. Anything goes.
Jazz hands and all.
Brian, what would be your birthday feast? You're already on the hook to yourself for treating yourself to a trip to the mall for the acquisition of material goods. But what about the consumption of non-durable goods, i.e. a steak?
Well, Taco Bell has a limited time menu item that they have brought back now and again called the Beefy Crunch Burrito.
Okay.
And it is, in my opinion, the greatest Taco Bell menu item, and they brought it back today.
Coincidence? I think not.
So I'm gonna go get some of those.
Oh, more than one?
Oh yeah. They're 99 cents.
99
You go
cents?
And you get like 5 at a time.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Are you going to treat him?
Get 2.
Oh my goodness.
Carr, you just bought Brian.
Thank you so much. I'll bring you one. I'll put it in my fridge and bring it tomorrow.
The funny thing is there's not a Taco Bell within 90.
That is true.
Whatever from here. I mean,
So-
Yeah, that's why I gotta stock up.
Wait, he said he's going to bring us one. I think the only thing possibly worse than warm Taco Bell is reheated. Is he serious? But thank you. I'll take it.
All right.
a giant female panda cub debuted in central Japan. When the baby was born August 14th, she weighed less than 3 ounces and was not able to drink her mother's milk.
Oh, that's me. Wait a minute. This isn't about me. I'm not a panda.
Panda watch.
I'm not a panda.
There we go. When the baby was born, she couldn't drink milk on her own. Park officials had to feed her, but now the cub drinks by herself and has grown to weigh nearly 26 ounces. Adventure World is asking the general public for name suggestions. I might say Smoothins. Smoothins the panda cub.
or Moldy.
Kim loves Kari's laugh. No, Arthur
oh.
Treacher's is long gone.
Well, thank you. Ooh, I've been to Arthur Treacher's once. That was the saltiest meal I'd ever had.
Oh,
in
it
my
was so
life.
good.
Oh,
So
no.
greasy, so good. That's funny. With non-lighting, Jason looks like he did 5 years ago.
Wait, who typed that?
Mike, John, Jack.
See, that's when I shake my fist furiously at the TV. That's all I'm saying.
Mike, John, Jack, you.
I don't have the necessary beeps, but I'll next time. Next time you're ready to
Trust
cuss
me, that
somebody
was
out.
multi-syllabic swearing. That was cursing of the first order.
Excellent.
Being a traffic cop on the busy streets of India is not easy. That's why one officer added some fun to the job by directing traffic with his dance moves. The officer has since become a local celebrity among commuters. He says he started dancing on the job 4 years ago as a way to catch people's attention, make sure the drivers follow the rules of the road.
You know, I always appreciate these stories, except for the fact that I don't understand as a driver how you're supposed to even know what's going on. Like when you just see somebody doing all these weird moves. You're like, so am I going or stopping or what? Like, I don't know. What are you telling me to do?
Well, and the crazy thing here is that, like, I feel like Keith Hernandez and Walt Frazier paid me a visit, and, you know, was no play for Mr. Gray, but once the Just for Men kicked in, hey, I got some genuine brown going on right here.
Yeah, it's honestly, it is shocking that the lights are off.
Well, maybe my wife will watch now.
There you go. She'd be like, oh my goodness. He went back in time. So yeah, you're gonna be in trouble when you get home, man.
Gotta get back. I'm gonna be in trouble.
No,
She's
good
the one
trouble.
not watching the show.
Good trouble. Positive trouble.
Oh, that kind of. Should I ring the doorbell like the pizza delivery guy or the pool boy?
That's right. Like, excuse me, ma'am. You don't act like you don't know her. Do the whole thing.
Hi, I'm Phil. Wasn't that a Modern Family episode where Phil and Claire were trying to, like, freshen things up by
Right.
role playing, and it just completely fell apart?
As it's supposed to.
Liberian President George Weah made a surprise return to soccer, playing for his country in a 2-1 loss to Nigeria. The 51-year-old is the former FIFA World Player of the Year. Liberia arranged the game to retire the number 14 jersey Weah made famous during his playing days, but Weah shocked fans when he led the national team onto the field and played 79 peanuts. Or minutes.
I was like, what?
I was literally looking at the word peanut written by Chris Kennedy when I said 79 peanuts.
Well, that's great. We both have our gaffes for the day. We've canceled each other out. I'm sure the internet is going nuts. Congratulations.
Karen Harbor thinks that we're on fire today. No? It's amazing what shutting the lights off will do.
That's
Yesterday
right.
I threatened to get naked.
Yep.
Made not a damn bit of difference. Today we turned the lights off, and all of a sudden I'm like,
You're on 10. Everything's going right.
everything's going right. Kosovo police have started using drones to catch drivers who do not respect traffic laws in an attempt to reduce the number of casualties.
Or so they say.
Since January, the small Balkan country has introduced a new law that imposes heavy fines, and police began patrolling with unmarked cars to remain unnoticed. Oh, Karen Leffler-Seeley, you got me busted. The Keurig is just loaded with breakfast blend and Nantucket blend and French roast.
Can you do that? Can you mix like several K-cups together? Like, I don't know how that thing works. I just want to do it. That's all I'm saying.
Scott Janes will not let this go. He is insistent that Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips is alive and thriving in Northeast Ohio, which would be the Cleveland area.
That's cool.
All right. I suppose that we could road trip to Arthur Treacher's
sure.
one day.
I mean, I'm not
Brian,
going to buy
can you go on the
anything.
computer and look up Arthur Treacher's of Northeast Ohio or Cleveland, or go to cleveland.com, or try to find evidence of Arthur Treacher's, which probably does not have the same Old English signage and green and yellow color scheme.
That's all I remember. I remember there was one in Fairlane, and it was like a very bright green and yellow and salty.
Karen Leffler-Seeley must not watch a lot. This must be like, what? What do you got?
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. There you go.
Get out. If I was Elaine Bennis, I'd be like, get out.
Wait, why does it say alive and thriving? Did that person, wasn't that the terminology used earlier?
Did I just say that?
Yeah.
Is this computer listening to us?
I don't know what's happening.
Can you click on that order of fish and chips right there? Or no, it doesn't come up larger. What? Oh, that's the malt vinegar. Well, son of a gun. There it is. Since when do they have blue and red colors with the British flag?
Yeah, what's that about? Those hush puppies?
I am so hungry.
Like I said, man, like all I see is salt. Like, it's just
That's
like,
not bad.
Yes, it is. That amount of salt is bad.
Sugar's bad.
For not meat, I love it.
Wait. Freeze. Does that say best gyros on the front of
Sure
Arthur
does.
Treacher's?
Yep. Which we know is wrong. Like, that's insane.
What kind of BS claim is that? First of all, it's a fish and chips joint, not a coney.
And like, why even buy that banner? It's like it cost you money to lie. You don't even have the best fish. Don't listen, Carr, stop.
By the way, you too could drive the 2018 Volkswagen Atlas.
It's a family SUV.
It is, and who knows? Maybe the emissions are accurate.
Exactly, and it starts at a paltry $30,750.
For VW.
What is happening?
Well, it's $940 for starters. $939.
Oh,
The Emmy Awards are Monday night, but they can't start the show until the statuettes arrive. That's why these boxes were being loaded onto a United jet at Chicago's O'Hare Airport. The Emmy statuettes are manufactured in Chicago, but they need to be in Los Angeles by Monday. There they go.
and by the way, that will be on our air on Monday, if anyone cares.
Hosted by
The great and
Michael
powerful
Shea and
Jost.
Colin Jost.
Yes, Shea and Jost. Or, as they say in some other countries, Colin Yost.
right, and Michael Shea.
Yeah. Exactly.
Arthur Treachers has a Facebook page.
Well, I mean, so do a whole bunch of other people. That proves nothing. Except that they do have salty fish.
So we have established that Brian is 24, is going to what mall? What is your mall of choice?
Fairlane.
Do you live in that area?
What's up?
Do you live in that area?
I live in Corktown, so.
Oh, it's easy to get
closest
Fairlane.
one,
Yeah.
See,
I got
that's the
stuck on the
hometown mall.
Fairlane monorail when I was a kid.
Oh wow.
There was a monorail that went to the Hyatt Regency and back to it was a loop. It was like a people
Really?
mover that went from the mall to the Hyatt and back to the mall.
I've been there literally all my life, and I knew nothing about that. When did this end?
Google Fairlane Mall monorail.
You've just made my brain explode.
Christine, well, you guys are looking for that.
Right.
Christine Steers says, seriously, how did I not know about this newscast until today? Well, first of all, Christine, we are the interweb's best kept secret.
That's right.
We do no advertising. Our audience has attempted to help us share and find other people through viral means, but apparently Facebook may or may not have its thumb on the scale because we always seem to end up at a very narrow number of live viewers no
Right.
matter what content we have, which is very suspicious. But we are an infotainment spectacular and not a newscast. We are a little bit of morning radio zoo, a little bit of improv comedy, viral memes on the interwebs, and whatever else pops into our heads. Brian's birthday.
Can I show you this picture real quick?
Did you find Fairlane Mall monorail?
He did. Yes, he did.
There
I've
it is.
never seen this before.
Okay, so
March '87 is the date on this.
Wow.
now that was built in the mid to late 70s by Taubman, Alfred. And when I was a kid, probably 6 or 7, or maybe younger, maybe 5 or 6, we went to Fairlane because it opened, and it was totally packed. And my mom and her best friend and her daughter got off the car, and I lagged behind, and the door shut. And zoom, off to the Hyatt I went, all by myself. And I just stayed on it. Somehow I had the wherewithal to stay on the train until it looped back around and came back into the station. And
Right,
my mom
right.
was there waiting for me.
This is amazing to me because again, this was taken in '87, which means I was alive. How did I not even hear about this? Like that was the neighborhood mall. Like, what is happening? I'm having a crisis right now.
I'm having a crisis because I'm trying to read the tea leaves on what Shannon means by thumb on the scale. Yeah. Does she mean it like
Or on
she
the pulse?
agrees or she's doubting that Facebook has its thumb on the scale? Listen, don't doubt us. In the early days, Facebook was very policing about certain things.
Correct.
And like rights and that sort of thing. And if we ran a viral video that had been purchased by another outlet and thus retained the rights to that video, Facebook would like shut us down, boot the content off, and then we'd have to explain why we used it or didn't use it or whatever the case was. They're watching.
Yes.
Facebook
And-
wants to be in the news business and make money from it. Or at
And
least
keep
they
in
did.
mind, like, you were talking like this was maybe years ago. Whatever. We're talking about weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, they know what's going on.
Shannon says, "Never doubt you, LOL." She's like, "No, I agree."
So thumb on the scale.
That's going to be the new name of this program.
Yep.
It's like pants on the ground, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. Thumb on the scale, looking like a fool. 123 fail.
Hey Brian, make sure that's recorded.
That rhyme, that rap was like that's like a iambic pentameter. That was a fail in of its own.
That's right.
It's like a meta fail. So Brian, since you're going to Fairlane,
Yeah.
that will take you right up Michigan Avenue, right?
Yeah.
Or wherever. Anyway, you need to get onto Greenfield between Warren and Ford, right in the shadow of the glass house right there.
Right.
There's a strip mall with a car wash across the street. In that strip mall is a place called Ricky's Sub Shop.
Okay.
Awesome. Like if you like steak and cheese or like Buffalo Ranch with the Frank's Red Hot on chicken, and the portions are redonkulous. They're like, he gives you an entire tray of food. It's like enough for like 3 people, and it's like $8.
Okay,
What?
you might see me there when you go. That's how you sell something.
Now roll in there because I've been going in there for years. I was referred by a former coworker of mine at the other place. Ricky and his wife so nice, so friendly, so generous. When you go in there, you got to say that I sent you, that you came to try. Jason said, recommended this place. Say, hey, Ricky here. Make sure you tell him I sent you.
Okay.
And we might have to call that man up for a Tasty Tuesday. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I almost feel like, so how much did you give Brian for the Taco Bell run? Because that might have to be dinner and lunch at Ricky's Sub Shop or something like that, or you may have to save it for tomorrow.
I gave him a couple bucks because that's what I had to spare. Because I'm
Much appreciated.
I'm happy to help.
Brian, are you going to Chess King? Are you going to Hot Topic? Are you going to, where are you going for your throwback parachute pants or leather jacket or whatever you're going to buy for your birthday? What are you doing?
Oh, H&M is my go-to.
They have the biggest one around here at Fairlane, if
That's
I'm not
right.
mistaken.
That's why. It's another reason I like Fairlane. It's a great mall.
If you do get the Hot Topic, I need you to check on the Funko Pop situation for me. Anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. But it's nothing weird. Nothing. If it says that it's exclusive, I need to know about it.
Okay.
Jason is like, what are they talking about?
Oh, Funko Poppers are little characters that stand about yay high. And
My man.
they are anything from Teen Titans Go to Anchorman to superheroes.
Listen, I honestly,
to Dwight from The Office.
I'm tired of you being the best at things. It's getting annoying. Shut it down.
You simply the best.
Better than all the rest.
My singing too. All right, let's shut this down. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't get Funko Pops. I don't get the appeal. Why does there need to be a Funko Pop of every fictional character ever made?
That's why. It's like they have engineered this masterful plan for every little ounce of nostalgia to be placed into this thing that is forever.
And I say, open the window, lean outside, and tell them you're as mad as hell and you're not going to take it anymore.
And they'll have a pop for that.
All right, everybody, have a great day. We'll see you on Live in the D here in 11 minutes and 15 seconds. And then we're going to fire up another live stream during the 11 o'clock hour right back here on Facebook, and click on talking about juvenile diabetes with the experts, the foundation. We'll talk about that after Live in the D. But we'll see you on TV here in exactly 11 minutes.
See ya.